Good morning, students. We are continuing with our civics chapter 8, which is framing of constitution and its feature. In previous video we have seen that what is constitution? A compilation of set of rules to run the government of a country is called a constitution. Our constitution is made up upon four pillars mainly. First is a democracy, second is a socialist, third is a secularism, and fourth is a unity and integrity. Okay, so one by one we will discuss this feature. First is a democracy. The word democracy is derived from the Latin word demos and kratos. Demos means people and kratos means power. Means the power is not in the hand of two or four people of the country, but the real power is in the or vested in the people of the citizen of India. Very famous definition of democracy is by the people, for the people and of the people. Democracy is for by the people, for the people and of the people. On this democracy basis, we have took part in election which is held for every 5 years. Okay, so on the basis of adult franchise. So what is this adult franchise? Any 18-year or above person can contest their vote in the election irrespective of their caste, creed, religion, sex and other thing. But mandatory rule for contest in election is person having a elector or voting card. Person who can elect or casting their vote having a voting ID or voter ID card. Okay. So yesterday we have seen that in a central government parliament, which is a legislature function, in parliament there is a Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So people or public can cast their vote only in Lok Sabha election for central government, and for state government they cast their vote only for state legislative assembly. Okay, people can't directly vote in the election of Rajya Sabha in central government or union government, and for state there is a state legislative council. So citizens can directly vote in a Lok Sabha and state legislative assembly election, but can't vote in a Rajya Sabha election and state legislative councils election. Okay, so we have seen that total number of seats for Lok Sabha is 552, but fill-up seat is a 545. So if any person or any party, suppose ruling party BJP, opposition is Congress, so these two party can contest in election, and if whenever we call that this party is a ruling or this is a opposition party, so total number of seats divided with the half number of seats, so we can get a 272.5 is equal to 273. So any party which is getting 273 number of seats, then they won the election and they formed their ruling party, okay, or government. Other term is a government. So today BJP or current scenario, there is a BJP is in a ruling party or power, or Congress is a opposition, not even in opposition, because if for opposition there has to secure 10% of seats. Suppose total number of seats is 545, 10% is 55, but in last 2019 general election they got only 52 seats. So Congress is not even in a opposition party, okay. Third, in Rajya Sabha election system is totally different. Suppose Lok Sabha election there is a direct vote, or directly people vote in election, but in Rajya Sabha there is a single transferable voting system India follow. Single transferable voting system. Okay, suppose there is a 3 person who can took part in the election, A, B or C. Okay, so in Rajya Sabha election, state legislative assembly member voting in Rajya Sabha election. So citizen or people directly can't vote in this Rajya Sabha election. Suppose this person is voting through the ballot paper. In ballot paper, he or she can give their preference of vote. Means suppose A, first is A, second is B and third is C. Suppose other person which ballot paper is like that, and they first preference is C, second is A and third is B. So after the election there is a preference of vote is counting. Preference of vote is counting. Suppose A is getting a 125 votes, B is getting a 100 votes and C is getting a 50 votes. Okay. So in this case C is not even in the competition. So this C person can divide that 50 vote into either in a or in a B. Suppose this C divides their vote in a half vote in A means 25, or half vote in B means now the total number of vote for A is 150 and for B is 125. Then after these two member is elected as a Rajya Sabha member of seat. Okay, this is the same method used for a president election. Okay, Lok Sabha, same way there is a Lok Sabha election as similar as a state legislative assembly election. Okay, so after won the election, the party which is won in the election, they can publish his or her prime minister name. Okay, it is not necessary that after, but before election they can also publish the name of their prime minister. Okay, this is the democracy, and most important topic is adult franchise. Small topic but very important topic. What is adult franchise? Second is a socialist. In 1976, with the 42nd amendment, government added word socialist in the preamble. In preamble, there is given a 3 type of social equality: social, economical and political. So, government mostly worked upon these three social system to achieve the rule of welfare that indirectly helpful for the people. Okay, what is this social, economical or political system? Okay, or social is social, economical, political rule. So in social, there no one or no person can be discriminated on their caste, creed, sex, religion. Okay, this is socialist, means each and every person is equal with respect to social equality. Economical, this is the most important freedom which is given in our constitution, that rich person as well as poor person both can give their vote in a general election. Means जितना मुकेश अंबानी का वोट का वैल्यू है उतना एक जनरल पर्सन का भी वोट का वैल्यू है. दिस इज अ इकोनॉमिकल एंड दिस इज अ लास्ट वन इज अ पॉलिटिकल. सपोज कोई पर्सन का पॉलिटिकल बैकग्राउंड है तो ऐसा नहीं है वही इलेक्शन में वोट करेगा, बाकी सब पीपल भी इलेक्शन में वोट करते हैं. सोशल, इकोनॉमिकल एंड पॉलिटिकल फ्रीडम, दिस इज अ सोशलिस्ट. थर्ड वन इज अ सेक्युलरिज्म. In 1976, with the 42nd Amendment Act, the word secularism was added in our constitution. Yesterday or in previous video I told you 42nd Amendment is also known as a mini constitution, because most of provision was added through this amendment, 42nd Amendment. So this is also known as a mini constitution. Secularism means, simple definition is that country does not follow any particular religion. Like Pakistan said that we are a Muslim country. Israel said that we are a Jews, JEWS, which is a one type of religion. So government of India can't declare that or can't promote any type of particular religion. Government can't promote particular religion. Okay, so this is a secularism definition. Within this secularism, no person can be discriminated on the background of their secularism. Okay, so first one is a democracy, second is a socialist, third is a secularism. Now some basic features of our constitution is, first is a written constitution. India is having a world's largest democracy with world's largest written document. Okay, except Britain and Israel. Indian constitution is world's largest written document. Okay, but Britain and Israel doesn't have this type of written constitution. Second one is a size of Indian constitution. Okay, in previous video we have discussed that whenever our constitution was made, there was a 295 article and 8 appendices, but whenever the public's expectation and aspiration changed, so some amendment was took place and there was a 395 articles and 12 appendices. Currently, there is a 465 articles, 25 sections and 12 appendices. 465 articles, 25 sections and 12 appendices, which shows that India's constitution size is a very big. Okay. Third one is single citizenship. In India, every citizen get a single citizenship, means only central government citizenship. In America, American citizen or people get a different type of citizenship for state and a center. Okay, means state government citizenship is different and central government citizenship is a difference. But in India, there is only one single citizenship which is given by a central government. Last one is a federal structure. India, in a starting of the constitution, there is a written one line that India is the union of state. India is the union of state, means no state has a power to recede out of the Indian continent. मीन्स कोई भी स्टेट इंडिया में से बाहर जा सकता है, निकल सकता है नहीं. बाहर के कोई स्टेट है वो इंडिया में ऐड हो सकते हैं, लेकिन इंडिया में से कोई बाहर जा सकता है नहीं. ओके. ऑन देयर बेसिस देयर वाज अ डिवाइडेड यूनियन गवर्नमेंट एंड अ स्टेट गवर्नमेंट. both government function or administration work is quite similar, but union government has a good amount of power, administrative power. Okay, and we have already studied there was a three list. First is a union list, second is a state list, third is a concurrent list. Union government can pass any law particularly from this union list. Okay. In constitution there is a given a three type of bill. First is the money bill, first is the ordinary bill, second is the money bill, and third is the bill to amend constitution. Bill to amend constitution. Out of these three bill, only money bill can put only and only in the Lok Sabha with the prior permission or prior consent with the president. Ordinary or bill to amend constitution, government can put in Lok Sabha, either in Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. And lastly, these three bill went for the prior permission or consent for the president. After president consent, the bill become a act. Okay, so this union list, only union government can make the law. In union list there is a 97 subject is given. 97 subject is given in union list. In state list, only state government, particular state government can frame this law in this state list. 66 subject is in this state list, and last one is a concurrent list. 47 subjects are included in this concurrent list. Means union government plus state government both can make law on this concurrent list. Okay, so union government 97 subjects, state government 66, and concurrent 47 subjects.